It's Wednesday, March 5th. I want to start out with this. The Department of Justice suing states. So far, New York, Illinois. I believe there's another one, but I didn't see it in these. So anyway, let's go with these. So they're suing states for not going along with Trump's immigration enforcement. Let's pause here. What happened to this Trump promise that the DOJ threatens to prosecute local officials for resisting immigration? Where is that? Remember Trump promised he's going to go and arrest these politicians, be it a state or city officials that resist his ICE coming in and following the rule of law, following the Constitution, following laws that have been added in since then. Where is that? Let's pause here. We're going to get to a whole bunch of goodies as I do my little rant. Oh, Trump also promised this, posting a warning, a social media thread to jail was involved in unscrupulous behavior like Trump's doing. When I win, he won. Those people that cheated are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Prison sentences. Depravity of justice does not happen again. Be aware this legal exposure extends to lawyers, political operatives, donors, illegal voters, corrupt election officials. Those involved in this unscrupulous behavior will be sought out, caught, prosecuted at levels unfortunately never seen before in our country. That's like when Trump was elected the first time and he promising to go after Hillary. When he was elected that night, what did he say? She was wonderful in her job as the DOJ or whatever the fuck she was at the time. But let's roll on. Oh, what happened to Trump and Biden both promising to get rid of tax on tips? Oh, the Trump renews call for tax-free tips. It's got to go before Congress. Why not do this like everything else with an executive order? Because it was bullshit. Like the shit tax-free Social Security and whatever the hell the other one was. Bullshit. Let's roll on. Trump wants to eliminate waste under DEI and government waste, civil service workers, and cut down on the CDC. CDC says it's on the ground in Texas as the measles outbreak grows. What the fuck for? Underneath Trump and RFK, there's not going to be no quarantines. There's not going to be no forced vaccinations. So why did they fly people? They're flying CDC people down there. There's probably some there. There's a CDC in Texas, and they're getting hotel rooms, other expenditures. Why they're doing their investigation? Why isn't Trump attacking that? He's against the CDC. Why is the CDC there? It's measles. I gotta see if my mom can send me the photo or take a picture of it. Because I had four sisters. My older sister died like 12 years ago from breast cancer that metastasized. But she's got a picture of at least 3 of us, and we're all covered with that fucking measles shit. I mean, give me a break. We know how this works. But anyway, so why is Trump allowing and RFK allowing the CDC to be down there doing anything at all except for wasting money? And he's supposed to be getting rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse, right? Let's go. Let's see another. This is from the Supreme Court. Trump can't block the $2 billion in the foreign aid payment for the U.S. aid thing. Here we go. Here's the key thing they never said before at the bottom 1/3 of that. The Agency for International Development to pay nearly $2 billion in forwarding reimbursements for work that has already been done. He wasn't trying to block future shit. Trump was trying to block them from paying for, according to what this says, for work these programs and contracts and people have already done. I mean, that's insane, but let's roll. Do we need to end all this foreign aid? Yes, we do. We don't need to be paying for vaccinations and schools and transgender shit and anything else under the sun in any other country. Gotta go. But again, this is claiming that was for work they've already done. So let's see what happens to future work. But let's pause here. Now, this is a biggie. We've seen presidents over the years do executive orders. Some go through, some don't. Usually they go through. What is an executive order? This is fact. This is not just from this article. To be permissible, in other words, legit and have legal effect, an executive order must be rooted in one of the president's powers outlined in the Constitution or in a law passed by Congress. That's the same thing. Trump did an executive order against put trannies being in women's sports, but so it says it's got to be outlined, important, in the Constitution or a law passed by Congress. Let's move on. No president can issue an order that contradicts or violates the Constitution, federal laws, or Americans' fundamental rights. That's broad there, Americans' fundamental rights. Anything else here? The sanctuary city things is. Let me hit this America's fundamental rights. How many? Okay, I'm going to do two things here. How many hundreds or millions of hundreds of thousands of Americans, millions of Americans have been taken out of federal voting or states voting because social media tells us our vote does not count, that all our elections have been rigged. I guarantee you that was a fucking huge, major part of the New World Order agenda, just like, as I've said for years, preppers are the government's secret weapon because we've been trained to prep, to run and hide, not to fight anything. Your vote doesn't count. I guarantee you, all that fucking horseshit about your vote doesn't count, New World Order agenda. It's the same damn thing as in the Constitution for gun rights people, where it addresses well-regulated militia. And all of our, as we've seen with our gun rights people, that means a militia includes anybody. You, 2 people, 10 people, a group, means that all people can have guns. Okay, now, but that goes to states' laws and people's rights to be gay or tranny. So it's in the Constitution that says there can be a militia, but there's nothing to address being tranny or gay, but there is, because that falls under states' rights. That falls under your individual rights. I mean, I don't get it. I don't see how people can miss this shit. You know, right to liberty, right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Why is it that those people, especially on the Republican side, want to say, leave me the fuck alone to live my life the way I want it to live, and also to raise my children the way I want to, but yet you want a law to say that those parents, that mommy, that daddy, cannot live their life the way they want to. They cannot lead their life with their children the way they want to. I mean, stop the fucking bullshit. Stop the doublespeak. Now, on the opposing end, should the government be spending money on transition surgeries for your children, for an adult? No. Should a government be spending money or doing special provisions for trannies or for anything else? No. I mean, stop you cannot have it both ways. Look at the fucking doublespeak that has been pushed for I don't know how many years in this country underneath the New World Order agenda, the Republican agenda, the Democratic agenda, the individual agenda. You cannot say, leave me alone with my gun rights, my Christian rights, my non-Christian rights, but the government or the state has to interfere if somebody's kids are being raised gay, that person's gay, that person wants to be tranny, they want to have a surgery for their kids, they want to have hormones for their kids. Stop it. You cannot have it both ways. Leave people the fuck alone and we'll do much better. Based on law? Yes, it is, because there's laws against illegals. I don't want to address that here. Let's pause here because I got to show something else. Okay, let's see exactly what the Constitution says about states versus the government. Now, pay attention. The powers are not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Again, there's 3 different things there. You got the government, you got the states, and you got the people. There are 3 different things there, and especially the states and the people have been mixed up, and then you got especially to the federal government. I mean, this is insanely fucking stupid. I'm going to say it again, because when this Roe versus Wade thing got struck down by the Supreme Court, Roe v. Wade should have never ever been there. I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion about Roe v. Wade if you're for abortion or against it. The federal government had no business in abortion. Why do I say that? Why do I know that? Because there was nothing in the Constitution about it. As it says, if it's not in the Constitution for the government, it goes to the states or to the people. Two separate things. So you can get all sorts of confibulated or mixed up on that bullshit. Anyway, it is going by the Constitution. We've all seen these social media things over all these years on how bullshit the Constitution is. When they wrote up that Constitution, that was legit. Has it got fucked up, distorted, outlawed, executive order, Supreme Court, and all fucked Supreme Court system? Yes, it has. Major fucking time. Abortion is up to the states. Transgender shit is up to the states. Sorry, but that's the way it is. An executive order cannot fix nothing, cannot address nothing that was not addressed in the Constitution. And yes, there were trannies back then. Matter of fact, when was the first transgender surgery in the United States? Oh, I shouldn't go by surgery, but okay, here we go. But let's go by that. The first gender-affirming surgery in the United States was in 1966. Oh my God, it's new. That was actually surgery. But I could probably try to Google it now. Oh, let me pause. I have to show something else. Now, drag queen performances, if you want to go by AI, meaning Google, starting in the 1860s, 1880s, there's film footage of that shit back then showing the news articles and all that. I mean, actually, black and white film footage. I mean, give me a fucking break. This shit's been going on forever. But, you go and buy your political beliefs or religious beliefs. Oh, we got to hate out of it. Hey, again, if you're a Christian, you made it this far, if you know the Bible. Right in the Bible, it says right there, God created people gay. They were called eunuchs. Some were born that way. Some made themselves that way to glorify God. So stop the bullshit. Stop the nonsense. Stop the shit that the federal government can rule on this or that because you don't like it. Your church doesn't like it. Your mommy and daddy taught you not to like it. Your mommy, your daddy, or you taught yourself to hate this shit. CNN told you to hate this shit. Fox taught you to hate this shit. Stop the fucking bullshit. Stop hating on people. If we all left each other alone, do you realize how much better this planet and just this country would be? Stop the bullshit. Stop the nonsense. Stop the hate. Stop the fear porn. Stop the divisive tactics. Stop watching. Stop listening to, following, and obeying CNN, Fox, and your favorite beloved social media sites. Stop it. Stop it, and we can stop most of this shit right now. Overnight. Okay, again, we all want to go by the Constitution, what it says, and what we are supposed to do, and we do not do. Let's start here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, and we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, that should be a small c, with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, let's read this important part. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. We institute them, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Every time we get a fucking president, we consented to them to be governed. Whether you're left or right, Republican, Democrat, you consented for that fucking asshole to be in office. I forget what stupid comedy that was. It was, Richard Pryor, it came out to vote none of the above. For starters, quit fucking voting. And what happens according to the Constitution? If you don't vote, then the Congress or somebody gets to pick their president. Quit fucking voting. Quit bitching. Quit complaining and crying and do something. Oh, I vote. Give me a fucking break. Let's pause here. Oh, again, how about this horse pucky that's going to be major. This is so major and going forward. I've negotiated with Russia. Trump is doing it all wrong. How Trump's history with Russia, Ukraine set the stage for a blow. Come on, this was well known. They were going to do it well beforehand. Trump and Putin had shit going on behind the scenes. I mean, where there is such for a big change, pay attention, and I'm going to tell you right now, be kind of sort of ready with your bug out shit and all. There's no telling what could fall apart under this. I mean, are we going to be EMP'd World War III? No, that's not going to happen, but go from green alert to yellow alert. Oh, I got one for you. Remember over the years we've heard that whenever you kiss somebody, be it a man or a woman, you're getting all the diseases that man or woman ever had. Well, whenever you kiss somebody, maybe it man or woman, or you swap and spit, you're also getting whoever you're getting and receiving whoever they have given a blowjob to in their history. And hopefully they floss to get shit from out in between their teeth. Oh, to throw that out. So, sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. Oh, going back to the Russia shit, while I was talking about my last video, if Trump were to invade Canada, he'd only have to go in 50, 100 miles. Remember we saw that shit when Russia went in, they say the Ukrainian forces stopped them there. They did not stop them there. That's as far as Putin wanted to go. Putin was creating a buffer zone. They bombed the shit out of them cities like Israel did to Palestine. And they're going to keep people there. Their presence is going to be there always, like the Israeli presence is going to be in that Gaza area always. It's a buffer zone. Putin did this buffer zone to keep NATO missiles from going on the border. Like I said before, it's like the Cuban Missile Crisis. We didn't want Russian missiles in Cuba. No, this is like this would be more like Russia wanting to put missiles on the border of the Mexico and U.S. What did Putin do? A buffer zone, especially from Moscow up here. Pauser. Oh, I took this picture off the TV. You want to see a perfect example of climate change via geoengineering? Snow, blizzard, rain, severe storms, fire risk. All in 1/3 of the U.S. Oh, shit. But let's not pay attention to that anymore. And the extreme droughts are going to fixing to hit the U.S. as summer gets going. Okay, this is from February 5th. Snow drought conditions. I tried to find a more recent one that was more up to date on all. Extremely dry conditions, most of the West, snow deficits, exceptional snow drought, lower elevation snow drought, Alaska. Let's see what's going to go on with this lack of, remember all this shit we saw, I think it was 2 summers ago, the Colorado River, especially going down into, Texas and whatever the fucking New Mexico and California and, oh man, what were those 2 major dams they kept talking about that were running low on the river? Anyway, obviously going to get much worse, but let's see Trump is trying to eliminate news of climate change. He's trying to get rid of NOAA and the EPA and everybody else. Well, let's see what we don't hear anymore coming pretty quick here. I believe we're going to end this here, but it's still just amazing. Under Biden, Democrats want all these laws. Now under Trump, all these American-loving patriots, Constitution-loving people want all these new. They voted for Trump to get all these new federal laws. I mean, that are completely against what the Constitution says. So I'm gonna love the Constitution, but I'm gonna love Trump more because now he's running the federal government, and I could get all these laws passed. I could get all these executive orders that override the Constitution, that alter and avoid and abolish and overcome the states' rights, the rights of the people. Again, at the bottom of that, what is it? Oh, where the hell did I say? Let me pause here. Let me get it word for word. So let's do this one more time, because this is supreme, all above everything. It's above Trump and Biden and Obama and Bush. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. The people are the people. The people is us. We are the state, and we continually can let the states and the government overrun us. Again, I got to repeat this, whether you're a Trumpster or you're a Bidenette before him, we put them people in the power. Fuck all this shit about voter fraud and all that. These people were put into office. Let's go with the New World Order agenda. Why is the New World Order people there? Because we have allowed them to be there. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do anything to stop it? Because now we can't. We cannot stop the New World Order agenda. We can't. It's not going to happen. It would record. There's roughly 350 million adults in this country. You would need 200 million of them to go out there with guns right now and to go overtake every. That's not going to happen. But anyway, we have consented to be governed. I mean, fucking stop it. And especially the utmost in all this, as I've been saying regarding Trump and the Constitution and the federal powers and the state's powers. Why are all these patriots, Constitution-loving people for freedom allowing and going for it and hooray, rah, 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 as Trump tries to pass laws and especially do executive orders that override your state, what your state wants to do, when that Constitution, that piece of paper you swear by, says they cannot do that. Fucking stop it. See you later, bye. Okay.